Hi, Mighty Mommy here, and I'm ready to share some quick and dirty parenting tips with you that will help make your life as a parent a little less stressful and a lot more fun. I'm your host, Cheryl Butler. We all want to see our kids succeed in their endeavors and be surrounded by good friends. For some kids, however, the school social scene can be just as challenging as the academics. And for parents, watching a child struggling to fit in and make friends can be heartbreaking. Mighty Mommy has witnessed this many times with her own 8 kids. Some easily created their social circles, while others had a tough time. That's why today, I've got 8 tried and true tips that can help your child fit in and generate new friendships. Children can have problems making friends and getting along with others for numerous reasons. The age of the child, the kinds of behaviors that might be part of the problem, and even something as simple as a phase that the child is going through can affect his ability to connect. So, here's what you can do to help. Tip number 1, don't overreact. It's easy to lose our objectivity and get upset and feel even powerless when our child tells you he's being excluded from school or social activities and feels as though he doesn't have any friends. Before you can help your child, take a few minutes to assess the situation before you react. If he sees how upset you are about his lack of friends, he might think there's something wrong with him and that it's his fault. So approach the entire situation from a place of calm and perspective. Just think about the famous mantra, "This too shall pass." Tip number 2, assess your child's friendship skills. One of the most common reasons for friendship problems is behavior that annoys other children. Kids don't like other kids who are bossy, mean-spirited, or rough. It's simply not fun to play with someone who doesn't share or doesn't follow the rules. Sometimes children who have learning problems or attention problems can have trouble making friends because they find it hard to understand and follow the rules of the games. Children who get angry easily and lose their temper when things don't go their way can also have a hard time getting along with others. Shyness or insecurity are just 2 more reasons for social distress. Parents tend to know their kids best, so take some time to see if there's an actual behavioral culprit that is behind your child's inability to make friends. If you're noticing an obvious problem at home during playtime with siblings or even pretend play with dolls, you can start incorporating some social situation skills into your own interaction so as to guide the child to appropriate responses when playing with others. Tip number 3, teach body language and social skills. Some children have a hard time picking up on other people's expressions, body language, or social cues. These kids are often prone to thinking that they're being disapproved of or disliked, even when they're actually not. For instance, one of my kids had a personal space issue. He's very outgoing and genuinely gets enthusiastic to share something with other kids. We noticed, though, that he was sometimes getting too close and actually invading their personal space. We explained this to him and also did some modeling and role-playing so he could see what we were talking about. He picked up on it quickly and taught himself to think of an invisible bubble between himself and the other kids so they wouldn't feel like he was right in their face. And tip number 4, don't impose your social preferences on your child. Just as we have dreams for our children when they are born, becoming the doctor who cures cancer or an agricultural specialist who finally stops world hunger, we also often harbor hopes for their popularity in social lives. Just because you and your partner are both outgoing and love to participate in group events doesn't mean your child will follow suit. It's important to follow the child's lead on this. If you see your son gravitating towards group outings and activities, hey, that's great. But if you see that he flourishes when he's doing something one-on-one with a friend or classmate, then try and find ways to encourage those situations regardless of your own social preferences. Not everyone needs to be a social butterfly. Tip number 5, encourage your child to talk about it. When your child comes to you and tries to talk about his or her social struggles, don't omit signals, verbal or nonverbal, that you're uncomfortable talking about it. Give your child as much time and opportunity as they need to unload their feelings, no matter how painful it is for you to take it in. Give reassurance that all kids go through this at some point, and that even you were there once yourself. Well, We all know that social struggles aren't limited to children. Offer to help in upcoming situations with solutions so your child doesn't feel so alone. Tip number 6, find one friend first. It's a lot easier to start a relationship with one person than trying to fit into an existing group. When you talk with your child, tell them to deal with kids one at a time. You can say, "How about if you start with trying to find one friend first? Is there anyone at school who you might like to hang out with?" And then suggest children they might not have thought about before. For example, my 14-year-old son has never liked to play on athletic teams like his 4 brothers. He came to us last year very upset that he didn't fit in because he wasn't an athlete. He said that the other kids in school often commented that they couldn't believe he didn't play baseball and soccer like his brothers. His passion is building things like Legos or complicated robotics projects, not sports. So we spent lots of time positively reinforcing what his strengths were and knowing full well that athletics were not for him. So we sought advice from one of his favorite teachers. She helped guide him towards a couple of kids who were also building enthusiasts, and now he has 2 great buddies that are on his wavelength. Tip number 7, open your home to your child's friends. If your child is young, invite his or her friends over for a play date. Be sure to have a couple of activities in mind because, well, younger kids need direction. As your children get older, though, continue to encourage them to still have friends visit your home. Make your house a welcoming place for your children's friends. This can make things get easier as they and their friendships mature, and it also gives you the chance to get to know your children's friends, particularly helpful in the teen years. And tip number 8, reach out to teachers and coaches. When one of my kids is struggling socially, I find that their teachers are often the best sources for information. If your child has more than one teacher, figure out whom he connects with the most and check in with that teacher occasionally. Teachers see children interacting with others in the classroom, at lunch, and at recess, and also have a good sense of what is normal for children at different ages in terms of friendships and social behavior. Keep in mind that teachers may not provide this information spontaneously, but will often share their opinions about a child's behavior and friendships if parents ask them directly. Other adults who see your child in a group setting, such as a scout leader, a swimming instructor, or a daycare provider, they're also invaluable, and they may be able to answer questions about the social behaviors and struggles that they've witnessed. Recognizing when your children are struggling socially and when they need your help is as important as making sure they do their homework, and a lot more difficult. But if you remain positive and available to them as they find their way in the world of friendships, you will make a lifelong impact on their ability to navigate life's never-ending social challenges. How have you helped your child make new friends? Share your thoughts in the comment section at quickanddirtytips.com/MightyMommy or post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page. You can also connect with me on Twitter at Mighty Mommy or email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. And don't forget to visit my family-friendly boards at pinterest.com/MightyMommyQDT. And did you know that QDT has a regular newsletter for our listeners and readers? If you'd like to receive the Mighty Mommy newsletter, please visit quickanddirtytips.com/newsletters and sign up. Until next time, everyone, happy parenting!